Good morning, folks. John Canode here from Ormond Beach, Florida. It's Sunday morning and beautiful day. Wanted to talk a little bit about what's going on with the 87 iRock LS conversion. Got it running. It runs excellent. Jonathan, my son, has got the tune down very efficiently. Got some problems. Transmission won't shift correctly. I knew that was going to be a problem. I hope it's a minor problem because I modified the governor and I was never happy of how that turned out. So I ordered a new governor for it, and that's a relatively easy fix without pulling transmission out and all that. So if the transmission works after that, great. If not, I'm going with a 4 or 5 speed standard shift. I've been looking at videos of the conversion from an automatic to a standard shift, and it's really not that big a deal. I'm sure I could do it easily, even fabricating my own clutch pedal and fulcrum assembly, using a hydraulic slave cylinder rather than linkage. That makes the job a lot easier. So that's what I'll probably do. It'd be cheaper than, I think it'd be cheaper than sticking a high performance transmission in there, which is what this car needs. This engine has got a ton of power. It will roll in first, it'll drive in first gear and sometimes hit second. And I tell you what, she moves. So also I've got an overheating condition. These electric fans are just kind of stuck up against the radiator and they're not doing a sufficient job. So I'm going to build a shroud for these fans, which will efficiently pull all of the air through the radiator rather than sneaking in through the sides, you know, between the radiator and the fans. I've got to clean up the wiring, make it look pretty. I'm gonna do that. Other than that, she's great. Got 50 to 65 pounds of oil pressure due to the modifications I made to the oil pump. Really happy with that. For some reason, something is drawing this battery dead. I have no idea what it is, but it's driving me nuts. That's something I can figure out later on. You know, we were talking about the budget. I wanted to go ahead and share with you the budget that I have in this car so far. It's not really too bad. I paid $500 for the engine out of a scrapyard. I've got maybe $1,000, $1,500. I'm gonna say roughly $2,000 in the engine with the cam and rings and heads modification. Cost of the engine. This sounds about right. With all of the other components that had to be purchased for the installation of this conversion, I think I've got about total $5,000 to $6,000 in it. That includes everything that I needed to put this engine in this car. So I think with I've got to redo the interior and buy paint and interior paint. What else do I got to do to it? Probably put a new windshield in it because this one's all foggy and got a couple of chips in it. I think I might have maybe probably $8,000 total in the car, and I've been looking online at what these things go for, anywhere from $25,000 to $35,000 with the LS conversion. So if this car is clean and I get it painted and looking great and completely sound, rust free completely, it's going to be worth some bucks. So let's get started. I'm gonna do the radiator, and I will make a separate video for that. I forgot to mention on the previous scene, that something that would be interesting to know about this car, how I got it, is how I got it. I got it at an estate sale that I almost passed up the car buying it, but it was one of the last objects at the estate sale that was still there, still remaining. Everything else it's pretty much sold. Nobody wanted it, and they were trying to get $6,000 for it. Well, but you know how estate sales work. At the end of the estate sale, everything's cut drastically. And I'd spent a lot of money there. I'd bought all kinds of things. I bought this truck that was in a barn. I bought a nice TIG/stick welder miller, and I bought a car trailer. I bought a commercial John Deere hydraulic rider lawnmower that needed fixed up, and I bought a Kawasaki mule and none of this stuff was running. So what I did was, and I bought this car. I paid $2,000 for the car at the estate sale, and I drove it away. You know, it ran like crap, but it ran. And so what I did was I fixed up the commercial lawnmower, sold it for $3,000, paid $500 for it, $500. I paid $150 for the mule, Kawasaki mule, sold it, fixed it up, got it running, sold it for $2,000. Sold a few other items that I'd bought there, smaller items, and ended up breaking even on what I had paid for all the stuff that I got through those few sales. The John Deere rider, a trailer. I sold one of my other trailers and kept the car trailer. So I sold a small box trailer. I fixed up and sold the John Deere rider lawnmower commercial, and I fixed up and sold the mule, and I broke even with everything that I bought. And I spent $7,000 total there, and I made $7,000 on those items. So this car is free, didn't cost me nothing. That truck is free, didn't cost me nothing. The welder, which I greatly love, cost me nothing. So I made out like a bandit. Really happy with that. I'm not bragging, but you know, once in a while those things happen, and it's a great thing. So in total, with the purchase of this car, or buying the car, I shouldn't have more than $8,000 in it. So that's a really good deal. All right.